Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live. And yes, some updates for you. All right, welcome one, welcome all. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. And right away in the top, I see channel member Soji. Big up yourself. Welcome, welcome. And absolutely, it's another fantastic day for some DaCosta Cup competition. And as you can see on screen there, we're showing you some scores of what is happening in some of these encounters, and we're just going to go through them a little bit here for you. And as you can see here, cancel and receive. Based on the updates that we have here, it's nil all right? So just to let you know that in the context of Manchester and William, Manchester is leading 1 goal to nil. All right, just to let you know that as well. I'm just sending out this information here. All right, there we go. All right, and let's just move down to see here where else we have some updates. So Clarendon College, all right, they're leading Titchfield 2 goals to nil at this point. All right, welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button as well. All right, over to the encounter between Glenmuir High and Paul Bogle. Glenmuir High, they lead Paul Bogle 1 goal to nil. And let me tell you, this is good for Clarendon College. They want Glenmuir to win. All right, this encounter so that they're in a good position just to take that number 2 spot based on our previous analysis. All right, so here, this is fantastic. How things are going right now in the context of Glenmuir and Paul Bogle, as well as Clarendon College and Titchfield. And remember when we did our calculations, we shared with you too that based on what we're seeing in terms of the mathematical possibilities, there was a slim chance that Glenmuir could perhaps not move forward. Slim, albeit the fact slim, it is still important to note in that context. So Glenmuir is trying to ensure that, at this point, they're safe and sound and comfortable in the round of 16. So they needed at least a draw to solidify their spot there. And again, we did those calculations. So far, so good from that group, as you can see on screen there. Welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button as we continue to go stronger together. All right, and let us just move to see what else we have here. Look at this now. Garvey Massio, they're leading St. Mary High. All right, 2 goals to nil. All right, so just to let you know about that context. All right, so Garvey Massio, they're leading St. Mary 2 goals to nil. All right, so just so that you have that information there as well. Again, welcome, welcome. If you're here and in the chat, happy to have you here. We'll have the results here on screen for you guys as things continue in these encounters in the DaCosta Cup match. All right, over to Christiana and McGraw. Christiana is leading 1 goal to nil. All right, so in the context of that, that is also important. It means that things are changing in some of the groups, and let's see what happens in the context of the final outcome. All right, we haven't have anything here for Belair and Homewood, and hopefully, just hopefully, that that game is going on. I'm not sure what's the situation, but right now just take a look at what is on screen for you guys at this point, and you can leave your comments in the chat. Let us know, right? If you have question or if you want to check in on a particular score, let us know in the chat. All right. Again, welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. All right. So just checking in the chat here. Christiana score. All right, Christiana. They're leading 1-0 as you can see on screen there. Esnel, welcome. All right, and they're saying Belair 1-0. Okay. All right, thanks for sharing that. I don't have that information, but hopefully that's the case and that game is going. But thank you so much for coming over. And here are some updates here. And so again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. The Glenmuir outcome is what Clarendon College, this is what they need at this point. Clarendon College, they would much appreciate Glenmuir, winning against Paul Bogle so that they, having on the course here to win Titchfield, would be in a very good position to get out of this group. And by the way, we're going to look at some of our predictions. We made some predictions. So after the games have ended, we're going to go back to the predictions that we made with some of these groups. Some of these groups are going to be finalized in terms of the top two that will move forward to the round of 16. So the round of 16, you will have 4 groups, all right, and the top 2 will move forward, all right, to the round of 16. So we'll be in a position to just talk about, the groups that are finalized and just match them to our predictions. All right, so happy to have you guys here again. And again, if you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. As you can see on screen, Clarendon College, they're leading Titchfield 2-0 at this point. All right, and let me just tell you in the context of the goal scorers from Clarendon College. All right, let me just get to that information here. I believe Glenmuir is one of those persons. All right, and we'll definitely inform. Parks Gallimore. I know about DeAndre Gallimore, so I'm not sure how the first one came, but DeAndre Gallimore, all right, the number 10 player there of Clarendon College, doing fantastic things for the defending champion. Very critical. All right, let's just move up to some other games here. All right, Manchester, they lead William Nib 1-0. All right, so that is interesting to note too. Manchester High, they lead William Nib 1-0. All right, and that is fantastic to note in that context. All right, so just to let you know. All right, so in the context of Manchester High and William Nib. All right, so this is a significant game for Chester. All right, who is on 4 points. Stets, they're also on 4 points, and they're leading Mannings 1-0. So Manchester and Stets, they're in that group. So if Mannings suffer defeat here, they will not go through to the next round. By the way, Mannings, they're on 3 points at this point, and so if they can come back to at least get a draw with Stets, then that might look differently depending on the goal difference, all right? But Stets, they're on a +2 goal difference at this point, and so again, some interesting context there. All right, so let's just go now, and it is still, all right, 0-0 between It is still nil-all between Pencil and Rusty's. Alright, so based on the updates there, it is still nil-all between Pencil High School and Rusty's. Alright, so let me tell you what this is going to look like. Pencil, they're sitting on 4 points. Rusty's on 4. Alright, so it means if they should maintain a draw, it's going to be that Pencil will be on 5 points, Rusty's will be on 5 points, and they will share the same goal difference. Cornwall College, I believe, are they playing today? Should be. Cornwall College, in that case, they will need a win to get to 5 points, right? And perhaps score quite a few goals in Spot Valley to move forward on goal difference if it is that Kemsil and Rosses maintain a nil-all draw. Now, given the prospects for Cornwall College, because they're playing the weakest team, Spot Valley, Kemsil or Rosses, they will try to secure, should try to secure a win, either school, to kind of get themselves out of this situation. So trying to get 7 points from the game as opposed to 5. All right, so none of these schools would like to suffer a defeat here because they would want to ensure that if they are suffering a defeat, that means they'll remain on 4 points. They would be hoping and praying that Spot Valley will defeat Cornwall College, and the likelihood of that is somewhat slim because Spot Valley right now is the weakest team in that group. All right, so again, some interesting context there for you to see. And if you're just tuning in, come on, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. All right, as you can see there, Pencil, nil-nil there, nil-all there between Pencil and Rosses. Manchester and William Nib, Manchester leads 1-0. Mannings and Stets lead 1-0. And I shared with you in the context of that group, Stets and Manchester, if they should record a win today, they will go through from this group because Mannings, they're on 3 points. Stets and Manchester, they're on 4 points. So Mannings will have to get a win here against Stets to put themselves into contention and, for this one, or at least a draw for Mannings but then that will put Stets on 5, Mannings on 4, and I guess they would hope that Chester would lose to William Nib, which is unlikely because William Nib here seems to be the weakest team in this one. All right, guys, welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. So that's interesting. And then let's now go back to take a look at the matchup here between Clarendon College and Titchfield High. Clarendon College, they're leading 2-0. And in that group, by the way, Clarendon College, they're sitting at the number 3 spot. Paul Bogle and Glenmuir. Glenmuir leads 1-0. And that's the result that Clarendon College is hoping for, or should be hoping for. They would want Glenmuir to defeat Paul Bogle as opposed to settling for a draw, all right, or as opposed to Glenmuir losing out. Let me just put that one, losing out to Paul Bogle. Because if Paul Bogle should win Glenmuir, Paul Bogle will be on 6 points. Clarendon College now sitting on 3 points, and based on the results here, that should count at the end of the game. They will be on 6 points, having a win over Titchfield. Then it means that all 3 teams will be on 6 points, and it will go back to goal difference. So right now, Clarendon College best bet is that Glenmuir, please, for our sake, defeat Paul Bogle. Do not let Paul Bogle come back into this one. Glenmuir, they just really need a draw. A draw will put them through, all right? But Paul Bogle cannot settle for a draw. A draw means Paul Bogle will go on 4 points. And if it is that Clarendon College defeats Stitchfield at the end, then Clarendon College will go to 6 points. All right, so that means Glenmuir Clarendon College will go through to round two in that sense. All right. Welcome one, welcome all, guys. Close the X and hit the thumbs up button and the subscription button as well. All right, so over here to McGrath and Christiana. All right, so in this group, this is group 8. All right, group 8 now in the context of the games here, McGrath is sitting on 4 points. Christiana, all right, so McGrath is at the top of the group on 4 points. Garvey is in second on 4 points, but McGrath, they have a better goal difference because they gave St. Mary High, I believe, 8 goals to 1 in that encounter between them. So now, Christiana is now leading McGrath here 1 goal to 0. So if the result should count at the end with a win for Christiana, it means that Christiana will go on to 6 points. All right, Garvey Masio, let's just go there. As you can see, they're leading St. Mary High 2 goals to 0. Is the expectation that Garvey Masio, they're going to take this. So from this group 8, all right, Garvey Masio winning, they will go to 7 points. If McGrath should lose to Christiana, McGrath is out, all right, is out of this one. So Christiana is very conscious here, and Parks playing some defensive ball here and, a little bit on the attacking side, just trying to get another goal to write them out of this one. But Christiana would not want a draw. A draw means Christiana is going to go with St. Mary. And what I am saying here for Garvey, I guess they can get some more goals if they want in this context, but they're in a very good position now playing the weakest team in the end here. So just some updates for you in that context. So I'll just go back up top here and we'll move, as we can, just to show you some updates here. So some interesting games here for you to see, and we'll keep updating you guys here and, just share some context too as well in the context of the analysis that we have. So if you're just tuning in, welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. And we're just sharing some live DaCosta Cup updates. All right. So let us know in the chat too who you're supporting, which school you're supporting. Let us know in the chat. Roll call. Where are you tuned in from? That would be fantastic if you could share. Just keep my company on this side. All right, as well. So welcome, guys. Happy to have you here. And again, here I am just doing some checks. And again, that's the situation. So in a little bit, some of these games will be all done. All right, so just to let you know that too. All right, and then we'll be better able to come back here to show you what the tables are looking like. And some groups, it will be over for them as well in the context of moving forward to the round of 16. So here and here, happy to have you guys. Come on, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and turn on your post notification. We've been here and here, and we're just going to see. So Chemsil, this is another important one that we're looking out for. Chemsil and Rusties. All right, so this is another one that we are paying some attention to at this point. The matchup between Chemsil High School, all right, and Rusties. All right, that's going to be significant in the context of group one. I believe that's group one. All right, so just to let you know that information as well. So, guys, it's getting there, and it's another interesting context. All right, regarding the DaCosta Cup competition. All right, welcome one, welcome all. If you're hearing me and you're here, can you close the chat and hit the thumbs up button and also drop a comment in the live chat? All right, happy to have you guys here. So we'll be here monitoring on screen just to get a sense of what is happening and so that you can follow along with us as well. That is important to us. Definitely important. Chat is pretty quiet, and I guess it's the intensity too, in the context of, you know, will my school make it to the next round? That's a big question. But so far, guys, the Clarendon school, so centralized, they'll play tomorrow. So some of the groups are playing tomorrow, as we shared earlier in a live update. So the Clarendon schools today, let's see what happens with Kemsil. They are showing up and they're trying to maintain a dominance. And let me tell you, Kemsil was like a third place finisher, from the group. Was that group with Glenmuir? Right? So when you think about that, context, you'll see that some of these teams, they're doing well. So will we get like another so Clarendon team, two Clarendon teams in the final like we had last season, right? Clarendon College and Glenmuir. The previous season, Clarendon College and Centralized School. So will we see another Clarendon battle in the DaCosta Cup final? That is the big question. And I'm going to go out there and say I believe so at this point. But we'll see what happens, especially when the teams get over into those groups of four, all right, in the round of 16. And again, by later on, we'll be able to, kind of predict who is going where in the context of, the outcomes for these games. So welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. If you're just tuning in, thank you so much for coming over to check out some updates. And let's just move here down to see what else we can share here. Here we go. All right, perhaps just need to go up a little bit more. There you have it. So Clarendon College, they lead Titchfield 2 goals to 0. Glenmuir High leading. All right, Paul Bogle there, 1 goal to 0. St. Mary High and Garvey Masio. Garvey is leading that encounter 2 goals to 0. I would expect though from the St. Mary encounter that Garvey Masio they would be scoring some more goals, but it is what it is. Mark, good afternoon to you. Welcome, Mark. So happy to have you there in the chat. Appreciate the company. All right, so that's fantastic here in this context, guys. So, happy to see what will excited. I mean, to see what will happen. All right, in a little bit, in a few, I guess, minutes or so from now. All right, so we're here again, and after this live, when rerun is available, we'll come back to look at the tables because some teams are going to get their hearts broken. all right, in this context. So some teams will go. We know some that have gone already. All right, so they're just playing out their fixture. All right, Mark, you're definitely welcome. All right, so just to let you know, in that context, so guys, as you enter, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button. Would really, really appreciate your support. All right. Really, really appreciate your support. We're trying to get 15 subscribers to meet a target, and I think you guys can help us. All right, so if you're new to this channel, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We share on various topics, so current affairs, sports, entertainment, politics. So we share on various topics to ensure that, we are able to inform you and not just inform you, but to learn from you as well. All right, so here we maintain a safe community. We do not bash anyone, we do not belittle anyone. So, no disrespect. And we understand that we hold or share different views, and that's totally okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. And Mark here is saying CC all the way, no matter what. Well, Mark, CC, they're doing well here, and they are going to appreciate Glenmuir defeating Paul Bogle because that is the result that CC would want. They don't want Paul Bogle to be in a position to be defeating Glenmuir. So CC, they will win because we had, analyzed that Titchfield is the weakest team in the group. So CC should end that encounter registering a win, but they want to ensure that Glenmuir, all right, defeats Paul Bogle, or at least take a draw from that game, all right? So that's what they would want at this point to ensure that their spot is well secure for the round of 16. So welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, so happy to have you here. All right, welcome, welcome. Please remember, guys, to hit the subscription button. If you're new to this space, we need 15 subscribers to get to a milestone. Would you help us? Will you help us to get there? All right. So just to share some information with you here. Let me just. All right, some games are being played. So Christiana there, and let's just go back up top here. Would love for Kensal to get a win. All right, I'm not sure what's the situation with the Cornwall game, but as you can see there, Kensal nil all with receive. Manchester leads William Nib 1-0, and Manning's and Stex leading Manning there 1-0. All right, guys, please remember to close the X, hit the like button. All right, Garfield, welcome. That's the situation. I'm not sure what's happening with Cornwall, if that game is happening, but let me just do some further checks here for you to see if there's any updates available. I think they should be at Jarrett Park. So at this point, I am not seeing any updates, but just give me a second here. And let me just check to see what's the situation here. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure Whitmore should be on the case. But let's see what happens. Not too sure about Cornwall there, Garfield. But as soon as we get some updates, we'll definitely let you know what's happening in the context of Cornwall College. All right. So again, welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you here. So if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. And perhaps I just need to refresh here. Just give me a second here, guys. Let's see. Just give me a second here. All right, so that's the situation now. Hold up. All right, so let's just see what's going on now. As you can see with some of these updates, just refreshing my page here. I'm like, perhaps I need to refresh here. All right, let's go now. It's a different kind of situation now. Some of these games, they have ended. All right, so Cornwall College, you just asked, and I hope you're still here, Garfield. It's nil all. All right, Kensal, they have won. Because it's not flashing here, it means that this encounter between Kempston High School and Rusty's is over. I'm going to say that based on what is happening here. And Kempston High School, a big win there for the Clarendon team, 1-0. Big up to Kempston High School straight out of Southwest Clarendon. Come on, Kempston moves into the round of 16. All right, Manchester William Nib. Manchester is still leading 1-0. And I tell you something about the Clarendon teams. Kempston was a third place finisher. All right, so that is something to note here in this context when you think about these teams here. All right, so Kempston, they finished in third place behind Glenmuir and Garvey Massey. All right, so they were in that group. And look at Kempston dominating Cornwall, Malden, that group. So I mean, it's sorry, not Cornwall and Malden, Cornwall, Rossies, Pot Valley, and that is fantastic. The Clarendon schools are doing well. I definitely agree with you there, Mark, for sure. So just to let you know that that's a fantastic win there. And Stets, they end Manning's quest in this one. All right, so 3-0 there for Stets. All right, Marvin, welcome is saying big up received for sure. They did well. All right, Clarendon College, that one seems to be going on, 2-0. Still the same result. Glenmuir, 1-0 there with Paul Bogle, and I suspect Paul Bogle is trying to come back, but Paul Bogle will definitely need to get a win. And again, these encounters should end any moment now. Garvey Massio is still there, 2-0, leading St. Mary. Christiana leads McGraw 1-0. All right, Max Morgan, welcome. Happy to have you there in the chat. All right, not too sure what's going on with Belair and Homewood, but hopefully, they play this time around. So we're just going to keep refreshing this page just to get some updates. But a big win for Kempston High School straight out of Southwest Clarendon. Can I tell you? Can I get a wow? Come on, guys. Come on, man. Let me tell you, it's a big win. When you think about these schools like Kempston High School, if you understand like D-Cup culture, especially out of Clarendon, you would associate Kempston High School, in that light. But now they are supposed to be reckoned with. And having dominated somewhat that group, I'll say dominated because they're going to top the group now. All right, so it's definitely interesting here. But let me just refresh again so that I can share with you, exactly what is happening here in this context. All right, as the matches continue. All right, welcome and Max Morgan there saying big up pencil. So nil all there. between Cornwall and Spot Valley. And again, Cornwall, they would want to win, right? They would want a win here. And let me tell you how that group is looking again. Cornwall College, they would want to win to at least see if they can make it on the other side. All right, so let me just tell you what's the situation with that group. All right, so with Pencil winning, Pencil is now on 7 points. Racine, they're on 4. If Cornwall lose, well, even a draw with Spot Valley, they will not go through. Racine is still waiting now to figure out what is happening in the encounter between Cornwall College and Spot Valley. And perhaps Spot Valley is saying, hey, you know what? If we can't go through Cornwall, you ain't going through. We're keeping you with us. So let's see what's the situation there. Chester there still leading 1-0. All right, and Stex, it's over there for Manning's High School. Let me just give you a quick. So with Manchester score, Manning's on 3. Manchester is on 4. Manchester does not really have to do anything. Even a loss at this point for Manchester will still see them through to the next round. All right, and as you can see here, Clarendon College 2, Titchfield 0, 1 there, 1-0 in favor of Glenmuir. And again, Clarendon College would want Glenmuir to defeat Paul Bogle and not the other way around. All right, Garvey Massimo, another school from straight out of Southwest Clarendon. If it is that you're from Southwest Clarendon, pick up yourself right now. Thanks for liking, and Mark, I see you giving me a wow. Southwest Clarendon represent. We don't talk about Central, as in Central Clarendon, but Southwest Clarendon are going with themselves. Simone, welcome, 1 Cubans. Wow, I like that. Welcome, guys. I am asking you to hit the subscription button. I want 15 subscribers to get to a milestone, and definitely you can help us in that regard. Let me just refresh my page here because sometimes the scores, they don't come up. All right, so we'll see what's the situation here. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. So still have some live flashing there. So welcome. So we're here and we're getting, and Timon is there saying Cubans. And SL 3-0 Glenmuir. Well, that is fantastic if that's the case. Haven't seen that pop up on my side yet, so I'll just keep refreshing my screen here at this point. But I am telling you, it has been fantastic. Can I get a wow? Wow. So guys, we'll be here later on too to discuss the tables and talk about, who has gone out of the competition and just share back with you our predictions in the context of the outcomes, alright? So just to let you know that as well. So do not go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. Turn on your post notification bell. Alright, but you have to subscribe first, turn on your post notification bell, and ensure that you stay tuned or connected to us here. Alright, happy to have you here. Welcome one, welcome all, especially if this is your first time here. Welcome. Alright guys, remember I'm asking you to hit the subscription button. Mervin, welcome. Mervin is saying, wow. I like it. You guys working with me? Work with me on the subscription side of things too. Close the chat, hit the thumbs up button, and hit that subscribe button as well. Really appreciate the support and the love here. And it's all love as we continue to build our safe community. Alright, so welcome one, welcome all. Happy to have you guys here. Alright, welcome. We're hearing that Belair was leading Homewood Tech, so I am not too sure there, but we're just waiting for some confirmation. Alright, so just to let you know, alright, we're getting some updates that perhaps CC game is over. So let's just see what's happening. So at Clarendon College, I realized lately that they also refer to Cornwall College as CC. But CC for me is Clarendon College, okay? No offense to Cornwall, but CC for me is Clarendon College, straight out of Clarendon, alright? So, welcome guys. Let's see if my system here is working. Alright, in the context of matches. So it's still staying live here for CC. I'm not seeing any updates for Glenmuir in terms of the 3 goals that you're sharing there. But Glenmuir is leading, Garvey is leading, Christiana, they're leading. Alright, now we get Belair Owood. So you see the system works. So Belair Owood, that encounter is over and it happened. So Belair won this one 2 goals to 0. All right, Mervyn is saying one Rocese, and Rocese is going to wait patiently on that game between Cornwall College and Scott Valley that is happening now. So here we go. Belair 2 goals to 0, and that table is a little bit unsettled because this Belair Homewood match should have been played on Saturday, but that wasn't. So in that context now, Belair, they move on 4 points. Alright. Happy Grove, they're on 6. So Belair will be in the second spot. Denby, they'll be in the number 3 spot in that group. And then Homewood Tech, well, obviously the weakest team in this group is out of the competition at this point, having lost 2 games. All right, so they're out of the competition, and Denby would want a win in their next match and pray that I guess Belair perhaps loses out too. So let's see what happens here. So thank you so much for being here, guys. All right, so just some updates coming in. Again, guys, we want you to hit that subscription button. All right, please, I'm asking you to hit the like button and the subscription button. Looking for 15 subscribers. You can just help with that. All right, so I believe CC game should be all done. So I'm going to refresh here to just see what comes up in that context. But again, happy to have you guys here, still popping up as showing up here as it's still happening. All right, so sets there is over. All right, 3 goals to 0 as we shared, and Manchester is over, 1 goal to 0 there. All right, for William in favor of Manchester against William Nib. We talk about Kemstilai. All right, taking that win over Rocese, 1 goal to 0. And Cornwall College apparently still going here. So in a little bit, we'll definitely see what's the situation. We're getting an update that Glenmuir, they have scored 2 more goals, but not seeing that on screen yet. But just to keep you in that, we're also hearing that McGraw and Christiana, they were locked in at 3-3. So we're not too sure, but we'll see what happens, and I'll just keep refreshing here just to get a sense of what is going on in that context as well. All right, watching Kimoni saying, watching from New York, proud mother of a Cuban baller, 1 Cuban. And that's fantastic. And if you want to drop his name there, Kimon, that would be fantastic. So, Kimon, well, I would want to suspect that your son is somewhere like along Milk River, Yorktown, Kempsville, somewhere there in Clarendon. All right, let us know, Kimon. Happy to have you here. Mark is saying there can only be one CC, Clarendon College, not Cornwall College. Okay, not CWC. Okay, one CC, one CC. We're referring to that. So, guys. Again, this is a very interactive space, and later on, we're going to open the phone lines. So come back with your excitement, so that we can talk to you, we can hear, all right, from you, just to let you know, all right, what is the situation. So we're going to see if we can refresh here to get some further updates. in the context of the games here. Alright, so while that is coming up, I am also doing my checks elsewhere too, just to see if we can confirm, some of these updates that we are getting. That would be fantastic. But so far, I am not seeing any, but let me just check here. Not seeing any final updates even from the Clarendon College connection. So I suspect that is still talks going on in a little bit there. All right, so we're here. And Omarion O'Brien, number 11, 1OB from Garvey Masio, Cubans. Big up, straight out of Southwest Clarendon. And I like it. Let's support us here. Continue to support your son, Kimon. Really appreciate you being here, whether it's showing up in a chat, supporting, the kids in general. Because as I say, guys, it takes a lot psychologically too. It's not just physically. When they don't do well, it has an impact, and so they need that support. A word of encouragement. If you can offer some counseling support, you do that, but support them in whatever way you can. Look now, we have the final update for Glenmuir. So it's 3 goals to 0 in favor of Glenmuir. So they demolished Paul Bogle in this one. So CC will love this result. So it's the CC Glenmuir that will come out of this one. And we're just waiting for CC to seal the deal here with Titchfield. All right. And as you can see, their stats 3 goals to 0. Manchester 1 goal to 0 there against William Nib. Pencil 1 goal to 0 against Rossies. Cornwall College and Spot Valley. But look how Spot Valley just a roll out Cornwall College, no? I am interested in this encounter between Cornwall College and Spot Valley because this is do or die for Cornwall. So if Cornwall even picks up a draw for this one, they're out. Will go through a pencil from that group. So that is fantastic. That is exciting just to watch and see the outcome. All right, and you're definitely welcome, Timon. Big up yourself, Timon. Real. Love to see when the parents are supporting their children. And what happened to the rest of the game? Sophie, welcome. Which game, Sophie? Some playing tomorrow. So I'm not sure. If you're referring to like Dinfield Central, those will be playing tomorrow. Alright, so we're getting closer to the end in this one. I heard that the Christian and McGraw, that they were like locked in at 3 goals, 3-3 all. So I am wondering if we can get some updates on this one, but let me just check in elsewhere too, just to see what is happening. But still showing up here but we'll get the updates here for sure once the games are done and the system here is updated. So Belair 2 goals to 0 there. That group won't be finalized until I believe on Thursday. And you're so welcome, Timon. And Max Morgan is saying, big up Omari and Cuban straight out of Clarendon. Bless up, Timon. All right, fantastic. Yeah, for sure. Bless up. And really appreciate it. And perhaps Timon later you come back and just call us and we talk. And you can, if it is that you'd like to do that, and you can share and let us know. Fantastic. Guys, remember, I'm asking you for 15 subscribers. I know some of you are new here. So please hit the subscription button so that, we just get that little milestone there. Alright? So remember to subscribe, guys. Let us just, when we're ending here, we can definitely reach that milestone. We're trying to get to 5K. So come on, help us get there. I know you can. Alright? With your support, really appreciate it. And again, do not be a stranger to this community. You're always welcome here. Alright? So want you to know that for sure as well. So while I am talking here, let me see if I can just refresh here to see if we can get some more updates. And the updates would be like final updates. Wow, look at that. Cornwall College, they have scored a goal. They're leading Spot Valley 1-0. So Russies have their hand on their head, Whoa, Cornwall College, they have scored. They know what is at stake here. So Russies, this is not what Russies is going to like here. Alright, so Russies, they are here and just wondering what's happening. So in that context, guys, let me just tell you how the table is going to look. But it means if Cornwall win, they will go through with pencil in that group. All right. So in group one, for sure, they will go through with, Cornwall. And I suspect the game with CC is still there going on, whatever is still happening, because I'm also checking on our CC connection. Usually they let us know when it's all done. So that one perhaps is still going. All right, so that's the situation there with that group. All right, Manning Stets. All right, so this will be Stets and Chester from this group going through. All right, and again we'll come back later on with our predictions. All right, King Roy, welcome. And King Roy is saying, yes, Carwell, go, go, go. Yes, Carwell is in it. Rashid is having a headache right now. All right, Clarendon College Pitchfield still happening there. Look at this now. Garvey Massio with the final here. 5-0. Okay, nil them. Yeah, 5 goals there. Still waiting for Christiana McGrath to get a final update there, but we're going to be here until the last one comes in or we can confirm that everything is all done, because I know that you're supporting different teams and we want to ensure that you have the opportunity to get some updates here as well. So happy to have you guys here. All right, so this is fantastic. All right, so again, the tables are looking some tables, some groups. I keep saying tables, but you know what I'm saying. And look at the big roll from keyboard. Whoa, Cubans! Yes, 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 Cubans, it is. Alright, so we're here, still waiting for some final updates. So hopefully we'll get those updates in a little bit. Alright, so we're here and just sharing with you as the updates come in. And if you're new to this space, please remember to hit the subscription button. Alright, help us get to 5K. We need about 15 subscribers. Alright, so help us get to 5K, guys. And we'll be here later for sure. I think that's wrong in terms that we need more than that to get to 5K, I think. I don't have Max Morgan is in the chat, so hopefully I'll get you to help me to do some math. But we're trying to get to 100, and we're trying to get over to get to 5K. All right, so we're on the road to 5K, and we want to get there. So we take it in, step by step. So help us get closer and closer to that target. All right, welcome one, welcome all. So that's the journey we're on to 5K, and we're getting closer there. And so for this live, we're trying to get 15 subs. All right, as we get closer and closer. So if you're just tuning in, welcome. Let me just refresh here to see if we're getting some final updates. All right, not yet with Cornwall and Spot Valley. All right, so Cornwall is still there. And as I share, Rasis is not liking that result right now. CC apparently seems to be flashing here. Not sure what's the situation with them. All right, Glenmuir is all done there. 3-0. Garvey Massio there, all done. 5-0. And remember, I was saying Garvey should be scoring some more. All right, here's an update in the context of Christiana and McGrath. So McGrath now leads 3-2. All right, so let's see what happens there. Belair and Homewood, that one ended 2-0. in favor of Bel. And just to let you know, some games that will be played tomorrow. All right, here we go. Cedric Titus and Black River, Chrome Tech and Ocherius. All right, we'll see them tomorrow. Yalas and Dintil, Central and Port Antonio, Alphonsus Davis and Brownstone, Monroe College and Malden, and this is on the 24th. So that group with Denby High School, Oakwood, Bel, that group will be finalized as I shared before on Thursday. All right, because for some reason their game wasn't played on Saturday, so that's a setback for that group. So, but all in all, we're getting closer there to finding out in terms of finalizing some of the groups. Right now, with this result that we're seeing here flashing for CC, Clarendon College, they are good. Glenmuir winning. Paul Bogle means CC will go through once they register this win. All right. And Stetson Manchester, based on a quick recollection here, they're through to the next round. Pencil is off, and it looks like from what is happening here with Cornwall College that they will be joining Pencil, but it's not over until it's over. Let's see if Spot Valley makes a comeback and scores. But at this point, Rockies, they're having a headache. They're saying, "Come on, Spot Valley, come on." All right, so that's the situation there. All right, chat is pretty quiet. Come on, guys. Comment in the chat. Let me know who is here. And remember to hit the subscription button as well as the like button. Look now, Cornwall College. So we're updating. They're leading Spot Valley 2-0. So Racines, it's like it's over for the school there. Racines, it seems to be all done for them at this point. All right, so we'll definitely wait and see. So Tapa Whitmore, all right, is definitely working on Cornwall doing Theodore Tapa Whitmore things. All right, so let us see here if we can get some final updates here in the context. So CC there still flashing. All right, Christiana McGraw. All right, this is what we're getting as a final result. 3-2 in favor of McGraw. All right, let me just tell you what that is looking like then in the context of the table. If it is that these results are coming in our final, but we'll have more for you later on. All right, for sure. So if it is, let me just get to this table here. All right, McGraw. All right, so McGraw now with this kind of scoring, McGraw moves to 7 points. All right, with Garvey winning, Garvey is also on 7 points, but let's see the goal difference now. Garvey's goal difference is going to go to +6. And I think McGraw will still hold that number 1 spot. So based on this result that we're getting here, it means that Garvey Massio and McGraw, they will move forward to the round of 16. So that means Christiana, and we know that St. Mary was already out of it. But the thing with McGraw, they score goals, but it would appear to me that their defensive is somewhat weak. So they attack, and perhaps that will make a difference when they move over into the round of 16 in terms of facing. It's an attacking team, McGraw. That's what I would say about them. But the defense is somewhat loose. All right, so we'll see how they prepare as they cement themselves into the round of 16. All right, so that's based on the results that we are getting here. All right, let's see if we have some other updates for you. And CC is still flashing. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's going to be interesting there. But they should go through as winners. Look now, Cornwall College, they move up to 3 goals to 0. All right, and Chakras is saying that you believe the game with Christiana and Maguire is a draw. That's what we were being told initially. So that's what we were being told initially, but now I'm seeing that. So we'll see what happens too when we do some refreshing, all right? So we're seeing here that Cornwall College, that's the update that we're getting 3 goals to 0. All right, so let me just refresh this page before I move because it's constantly changing, right? So that's what I heard too, Chakra. So it could be a situation like that, and that is why we'll come back later on too, once all of these results are confirmed, all right? So, and sometimes it's hard to get the connections that we would want to get the results. I am yet to see CC, and I'm still seeing 3-2 here in favor of McGrath. So we'll see. Well, that's what I heard, right? So we'll definitely see. And if that's the case, it means that even if there was a draw with that group, Gardimasio, they will go to the top, right? Magra, they will get 5 points, and Christiana will be on 4. So it will change the two teams that will move forward. It's just the position in which they will move forward. So Christiana needed to win this game. And yes, we have Belair over 2 goals to 0. Yeah, we have that one, Chakras. All right. And King Roy is the Walden Cornwall. Cornwall not give them no chance. All right, so we'll definitely see here. CC is still flashing. All right, so it's just the two, Cornwall College and Clarendon College. All right, so we'll just wait for those. And I know CC tends to give a quick update. So wow, 4 goals to 0. Come again, King War. What you just said this time? You have to come harder than just roll them, all right? You have to come harder than just roll them. Come again, King War. All right, so it's happening. So guys, remember to hit the subscription button. Come on, guys. Can I get persons to just hit the subscription button right now? Quick and fast. Come on, man. Hit the subscription button. Hit the subscription button. And remember, you have to close the chat and hit the thumbs up so that we can actually get the likes going as well. All right. So we're just doing some checks for you guys here. Let's just see. All right. So it's full time for CC, and I told you once the updates are coming, we'll get them. And it's 2 goals to 0. All right. So once I refresh here, because we checked elsewhere too. And for CC, they provide good updates. All right, Damian Sims, number 15, goal scorer, and DeAndre Gallimore, number 10. All right, and let me see here what Soji sharing here. It's the home team playing at home. For which games, Soji? All right, so that's Carlton channel member there in the chat. Big up yourself there. So let me just refresh here because it means that, as I say, some of these games should be all done. And can I tell you that some of the points they're being updated as we speak. All right, so here, Cornwall College 4 goals to 0. Rossies, they are perhaps now saying, oh, it's all over for us now. All right, so they will go. CC match has ended. So while we're seeing the live here, that has ended. 2 goals to 0. And so Clarendon College and Glenmuir High School, they will move from that group. All right, here, based on what we're seeing here, Garvey, Masio, and McGraw, they should move from that group as well. All right, so happy to have you guys here. We are just waiting now for Cornwall College to seal it. All right, so let's see what happens here in this context. Come on, guys, we have over 20 persons here, and we don't have 20 likes yet. Yes, Trucker. So Glenmuir, Clarendon College, they'll move forward from that group. So Paul Bogle and the weakest team there, Titchfield High School, they unfortunately they'll exit the competition at this stage. Come on, close the chat, hit the thumbs up button, all right? We can definitely do better with the likes and of course the subscriptions as well. Come on one, come on all. And later we'll come back just to analyze the tables a little bit. And we'll have hopefully some Manning Cup updates for you as well. Because we follow both sides of the game, the country side and the town side according to them. Alright? Corporate area. Alright, so just to let you know that. Alright, guys. Remember, I asked you guys for 5 subscriptions or 6. 6? Come on, guys. Let's go. Alright, so that's the situation there. And we'll definitely wait for this one to be over and done. But any moment now, that should be the case. So we're refreshing there, still seeing the flash. But sometimes we still get this live. It's flashing. And the game might be all done. So we're just going to see because right now, CC, it is still flashing and it's all done. Alright, so we're just checking here just to get a sense of what is happening. So the watch right now is Cornwall and Spot Valley. And will Cornwall College score some more goals? And I suspect that this game should be all done, but I don't have any correspondence or contact in Montego Bay that is close to the Cornwall College team, alright? So we're just working with what we have, but in a little bit, based on the trajectory, I don't see Spot Valley coming back in this one. And based on, given, I don't know specifically what time that game started, but it should be pretty much all done at this stage. So we'll just keep refreshing, and once nothing is showing, we're going to end and then come back later on to show you the tables and to just do a quick analysis of the tables, open the phone line for the WhatsApp line for you guys to call in and share. Yes, for sure, Chuck Ross, Kelsey will move to, I believe, yes, 7 points, and Cornwall College, with this win, they will go to 5 points once this win is registered, which should be. Alright, Soji saying, can you find out where the game's playing tomorrow? Oh, absolutely. Let me just tell you, we did that earlier, Soji, in the context of sharing the games and where they're playing. But let me just tell you where they're playing tomorrow. Let me just bring up my information here. Alright, so for tomorrow's games, so we're looking at the 23rd, Cedric Titus and Black River, they will play at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium. Alright. From Tech and Ocherius, they'll play at Landilo Community Center. And Yaras and Dintil, they will be playing at York Oval. Central and Port Antonio will be playing at Glenmuir High School. Alphonsus Davis and Brownstown, they will be playing at Manchester High School. Monroe College and Malden will be playing at Monroe College. Alright. So, and then Denby Homewood Tech, they play at Bogle Road on Thursday, Belair and Happy Grove at Brooks Park on Thursday. And all games will begin at 3 p.m. So we should be back at about 7:30, 7:45 years Jamaica time. All right, come on. Just need to take a little break. So yeah, you could say 8 o'clock Jamaica time. Let's put it there. Some people like to watch TVJ news, so make you watch the first part of the news and come back. But we'll be here. Thanks for asking, Timon. Really appreciate that. So hopefully that helps, Soji, in terms of where the games are playing. So as you can see now, the encounter between Cornwall College and Spot Valley seems to be over here. 4 goals to 0 in favor of Cornwall College. All right. Okay, you said 9 year time. Right. I just use Jamaica time because persons can do their calculation based on Jamaica time. All right, and as you can see, the CC is no longer flashing. So before I go, let me just quickly give you the results for today's games. All right, Cornwall College and Spot Valley. Cornwall College took that 4 goals to 0 in the matchup between Kemsilai and Rusty's. Kemsilai took that 1 goal to 0. It means Cornwall College and Kemsilai, they will move forward to the round of 16. Over to Manchester and William Neighbour. Chester took that 1 goal to 0 in the encounter between Stets and Mannings. Stets took that one 3 goals to 0. And what this means from my recollection is that Stets and Manchester, they will move forward to the round of 16. All right, over to the encounters here, Clarendon College and Titchfield. Clarendon College took this one 2 goals to 0. Glenmuir and Paul Bogle. Glenmuir took this one 3 goals to 0. So it means Glenmuir and Clarendon College, they move forward to the round of 16. By the way, they were the two teams that ended up in the final of the DaCosta Cup competition last season. All right, so Clarendon College, we'll see what happens there for you on this journey. All right, moving forward here, St. Mary High and Garvey Masio. That ended with Garvey hammering St. Mary High School 5 goals to 0 in the matchup between McGrath and Christiana. We're being told here that McGrath won 3 goals to 2, and this will simply mean that Garvey Masio and McGrath, they will move forward to the round of 16. In the event that there's a tie, because we got that result too, that McGrath and Christiana, they locked in at 3-all, it simply means that McGrath will still move forward with Garvey Masio to the round of 16, but they will move in the number 2 spot. All right, just to make that clear. And we move down here to Homewood Technical and Belair. Belair, they're winning this one 2 goals to 0. We won't know what this table will be like until Thursday when the other matches are played and we can have finality as it relates to which two schools will move forward to the round of 16. So that's pretty much all the updates that I have for you guys at this point. I really want to thank you so much for coming over, for making it Voices in Education, for maintaining our safe space, for supporting your teams, your schools, the students, whether they're your cousins, your kids, just support them. Leave them with a word of encouragement. And remember, later we're going to come back. We're going to open the WhatsApp line. We're going to take some quick calls. And we're going to show you what the tables are looking like. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. All right, that is definitely important. Do not leave without liking and subscribing. Really appreciate your support. All right. And importantly, thank you so much for maintaining our safe space, our safe community. Blessings and love, everyone. And I'll see you in a few minutes, I guess, an hour or so. We'll see you soon. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in and join us later for more updates.